Beep, beep. What is up, ninjas? My name is Samuel. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that the kick and bass are like 2-year-olds. They never get along, and it's your job as a parent, as a producer, to make them get along. We got different things like the chancla, a belt to make that happen, and as a producer, you're going to have different techniques. Today, I'm going to be teaching you one that you can have up your sleeve whenever you find that your kick and bass are not getting along, so you can get them in a shape, get them to get along. Now, I do have to give credit where it's due, as this technique is one that I learned from the man, John Christian. I watched his tutorials when they came out 4 years ago. Sadly, he hasn't made one recently like that. But this is a technique that stuck with me. And if you ever ask, hey Sam, where are some cool tutorials to watch? This is one I would definitely recommend. The guy knows what he's doing. Good production quality in his productions. Definitely check it out, guys, if you have the time. Now, if you guys want to support my channel, guys, the best way to do it, head over to evilsounds.com. This Friday, I will be releasing a sample pack, presets, and construction kits in the style of tech house called Deceiver. Make sure to check it out. And if you want to support the channel, that is the best way to do it. With that being said, let's get straight into this tutorial, guys. Now, all right, guys, so here we are inside of Ableton. Now, here we have a little loop going, and it's going to sound like this. Now, it doesn't sound bad, but there is definitely this weird thing happening with the kick and bass. First off, the bass is going to be playing G, G, D, F. When that D hits, you can't even hear it. Now, you might be going like, yo, Sam, that is just a sidechain, dog. It's not the sidechain, because we're not doing a sidechain where it's fully making the bass go down to the volume of 0. You should still be able to hear it, and in essence, we're not hearing it. We can still hear those first two notes. Boo, boo. So there's a problem going on there, and the kick is the issue here. So the kick is going to be in the root key of the track, which is G. Now, the way this technique works is pretty simple. Again, we got to make these guys get along, and the way we do that is by taking and giving. So what we're going to do is go to the fundamental frequency of the kick where most of the low end is being produced. For this kick, it's going to be G. It's going to be 49. So in theory, if I do a boost there, we're essentially going to hear a big-ass boom. So we're going to go and just hear that, solo the kick. Made a big room kick, fam. Don't let everyone else know. This is the secret. Now, what we're going to do there is just reduce on that portion of the kick. It sounds a bit weird for sure, but don't worry. Once we bring it all together, it's going to sound good. Now, we're going to do what I like to call a fat transplant. So a lot of girls like to get the fat from their thighs, the wrong places, their love handles, and put them where it matters. Essentially, we're kind of doing the same thing here. Now, we're going to take away from here, and we're going to give that to 49 times 2. Now, if you ever went to elementary school, middle school, and you were like, when the hell am I going to use this? In real life, this is it. Stay in school. So we're going to put this at around, oops, not that one. We're going to put this at around 98, 99, 49 times 2. Yeah, that should give us that. So if we audition that, it's kind of like the thump of the kick. So we're going to do a boost there. Nothing too crazy, just a fairly small one. So the kick is kind of getting tamed in terms of the low end. Now what we're going to do is copy this over to the bass, and we're going to copy it behind this guy here. This is controlling how much mid-lows I have and whatnot. And we're just going to inverse that. So we're going to go up by 5 or 6 here, and we can always change those values, and we're going to go down here. Now, if I addition the bass now, the area I'm putting that up, I'm giving that G a little bit of a boost. And if we go in and audition this, we're reducing that part there. Now, when we bring it together, it's going to sound like this. Check it out. Now hold up. Now we can actually hear that note, that D that is playing there. Really weird, right? That just has to do a lot with the fact that the kick and the bass were just not getting along. So that instantly fixed it for us. Now I'm going to do is set up a macro real fast so you guys can hear the difference. We can turn that off and on. So I'm just going to click here, click 1. That's going to be my macro. Control K out. It's MIDI mapping. It's, you know, if you're not noob, don't worry about it. So if I have it we're just getting so much better balance there. Again, that is such a useful technique, and that's how it works. You're essentially taking away from the fundamental of the kick, the bassy part, giving it to the kick, and then you're going to take away from the mid-lows of the kick, or the dumpy part of the kick. You're going to take it away from the bass and give it to the kick. Essentially, you're kind of doing like a little puzzle if you think about it. The bass can fill in that hole in the kick, that, you know, that sadness there. Okay, you get the drift there. So now, this is the fun part. There's another thing I can do to fix this as well, and this is why I say these techniques are sort of like, you might use them, you might not, because sometimes you don't need it, sometimes you do. Another fix for this, for the kick, and let's get rid of this EQ, would have been to shorten the kick. That's another mistake I see a lot, is that people tend to use too big of kicks. You know, you say you can handle it, and halfway in, you're like, well, it hurts. Again, what we're going to do is just shorten the kick. And if we hear this, you're going to see it also fixes our issues. However, the EQ trick is still going to play a huge role in getting this to sound proper. So now if I play, kind of hear what's happening. The kick is now a little bit shorter, so the bass is taking over. So we're going to do that to the rest of the kick there. And now we're going to apply the last part of this tutorial. We're going to apply the EQ. Now what's going to happen? We'll see. That's all I really have to say. A lot of these techniques, you just gotta hear them. You might see this and go like, that's hocus pocus abracadabra stuff. But it does help a lot, guys. And again, like I stated, these are techniques that you have up your pocket. There's various ways to fix stuff. It's just kind of going like, yo, Sen, I love that trick you did and it's been working for me. You might not like it and just be like, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna shorten my kicks and do whatever the fuck I've been doing. And that's totally fine too if it works for you. These techniques are meant to help you. They're meant to kind of guide you. Use them when you want to, use them when you can. And if you don't need to, no point in doing it. And if you do, make sure you know when to do it. With that being said, thank you, John Christian, for this amazing technique. I just wanted to show it to you guys. And if you guys want to support my channel, if you want to support my videos, if you want to support my antics, evilsounds.com Friday. Deceiver will be coming out. Amazing sounds in there. Been working on it for like around 2 months now. And it's exciting for me to give it to you guys. I got a lot of you guys already asking for it. Thank you guys for the support as always. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the live stream. And I'll catch you on Friday for the Sound Bank Sample Pack Construction Kits. You guys take care and you have a good night. Peace out.